Hey, you guys. Welcome to the Shelly D. Bridgman Show. This is Shelly D. Bridgman, and this is my testimony. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come on in. Happy Thanksgiving week. Let us all be grateful. Let us all be thankful. I know that I am. It is Monday. Happy Monday. I have been productive, but I've had a little balance. I feel like I just started talking like it's all about me. But anyhow, I'm almost finished with my moving situation. I got everything out of the storage unit except for the mattress. The mattress and the little frame thing, and that's like nothing, but that's like 2 trips, but it's all down the street. So very happy about that. I got like some of it done, and then I like passed out, like one load, and then passed out, and then woke up and did the clothes. I have a lot of jackets. I said, what is this stuff? It's a lot of jackets. You know what? back in the day, I used to go out. I used to go to the club, and I never wore the same thing twice. And my mother, I remember my mother telling me I had on some short pants. Not short pants, but like what they used to call Bermuda shorts, and they were white. I actually have a picture of me and my 2 brothers lifting me up, and I'm wearing those white pants. And I had this straw hat that I used to wear. I bought it from Kmart. There used to be a Kmart. I think it was a Kmart for like $5, and I wore that hat for a long time until I started moving and I smashed it and something. But that hat used to look good on me. I used to wear that hat. And but yeah, I remember going out one night. I think that was the night I had the Band-Aid on my knee. Somehow I fell or something like that, and I had a Band-Aid on my knee. I can remember the shoes I used to wear, the stilettos and all this. I can't wear that stuff no more. I think I get vertigo or something. And but I remember going out one night, and my mother said, you think you're looking cute and you're looking curious. So at some point, when I was younger, it was all about just being cute. But at some point, it was about being warm. And I had, at one point, I'm uncomfortable. I'm trying not to mess this up. At some point, I had like a coat in every color. I remember I had like a navy blue peacoat kind of design coat. But it had a belt. That was a cute coat. That was a really cute coat. But it had a belt that tied around the waist. I'm trying to make sure I'm not rubbing or anything. It had a belt that, if there are imperfections, you guys, please forgive me. Yeah, it had a belt that tied around the waist. I remember I had a red coat, and I used to wear this heart on the lapel. Wool. These are all wool coats, and I had another one, but I had a coat to match with everything, because like I said, at some point it was like I'm gonna be cute, but I'm not gonna be cold, right? So I had all my little coats, and you know what? I still have that heart pin. It's somewhere in all my little stuff in my 2000 moves. I don't know where it is right now, but I still have that pin. I'm pretty sure. I remember, was it that one that I wear to my father's funeral? I had a pillbox hat. I used to wear my hats. I still, do I have any hats now? I have a couple now. But I used to wear my hats, and I had a pillbox navy hat that I wore to my father's funeral because I couldn't get my hair done. That was when I had cut it all off. It was short, and that was when I was being fancy. I used to go to the highfalutin hairdresser, and you know what? See, look, here we are. You talk long enough, you come up with a story, right? I can remember I ended up wearing the hat to the funeral because I couldn't get my hair done. The lady was closed for some reason. and she died. She was younger than me, maybe 5 years or so, but she was younger than me, but she was young. And she had two hair salons like in the same neighborhood. It was a, pretty nice neighborhood. And this goes back to, look at me, just here I go. It goes back to when I went home, I guess a few years ago, to get the car or vehicle that my brother gave me. I didn't have a lot of time, but I drove around as best I could, and I drove around to like the places where I used to live, and they're like really upscale neighborhoods, So I felt good about the fact that what I thought was nice was really nice. Really, really nice. Like my first apartment was and it wasn't a high rise, but it was an older building. But I lived on the top floor, and I could see all the way like a couple cities away. I had a view, and it was my first apartment, but it was really nice. It was in a nice neighborhood where there were a lot of homes. Like it was a nice neighborhood. Okay, so like I said, it made me feel good that I went back and saw. I'm like, man, this is really, it really was nice. Now, when I used to live there was no parking, and I used to go out to the club, and I'd come home, and I had no place to park, and I had to drive and park down the street and walk home and everything. And I remember when I went home a few years ago, and I was outside the building, and this lady, she parked her car, and then she was going inside the building. I said, I used to live here. And I told her what year. I said, I used to live here. I said, there was no parking. So I think what they did was, the guy that managed the building, he said there was a lot of stuff like, underneath the building, and I guess they cleared it out and made parking. But I can just imagine what they're paying for rent. I'm not even gonna tell you how much I used to pay, but it was cheap. It was even cheap for back then. But that's what I mean about I've lived in some pretty decent places, and I feel good about that, But when I was mentioning my hairdresser, she died. She died in a I want to say a swimming accident, but they went to, she even taught. She taught like in Los Angeles. She taught like she called herself a cutter. So like it was a big deal because like I had long hair, and she cut my hair off because it was damaged because I was dyeing my hair and all this stuff. I was trying to get this color. So like for years I was trying to get this color, and I couldn't get it. And but it damaged my hair, and at some point you just gotta cut it off because it's just gonna keep breaking. So she cut my hair, and then she cut it again, and I cried because my hair had never been that short before, right? But at the time of my father's funeral, it was like really short, like a couple inches short. But yeah, she called herself a cutter. But yeah, she died. They went on vacation to like Florida or something, and what is it called, like a toe something. But there's like this area of the water where you shouldn't go into, and it's dangerous. And I guess she couldn't swim or something, but she died. And she had two, I was thinking about her recently. I think about her, but I was thinking about her. Her name was Valerie. And just to tie it all in, a lady that I met there, her mother's name was Valerie, and she had the tattoo Valerie, and she was saying buyer's remorse because the tattoo was like too intense, right? And I lost contact with her, but she's in my book. She was a good friend, and I was married, and he ended up coming to her house looking for me, and just stuff, right? But she ended up coming. I met her at the hair salon, and she ended up coming to my graduation because at the time when I graduated the second time from college, I was not in contact with my brothers, so I didn't have anybody to go. So I was, along with it being hard, the fact of completing the studies, working full time, and everything, and that's like one of the happiest days of your life. And I didn't have anybody to go. So I was telling her, met her in the hair salon, and she went to my graduation. She went to my graduation, lost touch with her, and I saw her online, a picture of her. She didn't look great. She had some health issues because of, some a part of her life. But I reached out to someone online that I thought knew her, and I said, well, the last time you talked to her, how was she doing? And the person said not good or something. But I don't know. It's one of those things. This is what I mean. You live, you live, you live, you live, and you keep living, and you keep living, and you keep moving forward. You just got to keep moving forward. You got to keep moving forward. I don't care what happens. You got to keep moving forward, right? But these people that I'm talking about are there. They're there. Oof. They're there in my memory. They're there as a part of my journey. They're there as a part of people that meant something to me, that were significant. The one lady that I lost touch with, I was friends with her during the time that I got married. She went to my college graduation at a time when I was not connected with my brothers, and that meant something to me that she showed up for me like that. We were friends at the time when I got married. I'll tell you, I was married for 30 minutes. It was like 6 months. But we split. I guess we split 6 months into it, and then I, filed for divorce and all this stuff. But we were still friends during that time, and he was, I went to her, and, in the middle of my panic, and he remembered, I think she met him, and he remembered where she lived, and he went to her house, and it was really bad. It was really bad, and then after that, when something like that happens, then I lost touch with her. But she was a good person, I don't know what happened. Like I said, she did have some health challenges as a result of, life's choices, but she was a good person. And we keep moving and keep moving and keep moving. And I'm telling you, this salon was top notch. It was, where the fancy people went. It was one of those. So she had beautiful hair. You know what I'm saying? And so you keep moving and you keep moving and you keep moving, but there's some people, what do they say? There are people that for a season in your life, but it doesn't mean that the impact on your life is any less. You remember those people. And for all the women that I've known, I say that I do it unto her as well. For any success that I will have in my life, I do it unto her as well. She was a good person. I don't know what happened to her, but she was a good person. Her name was Kim. We even had something that makes me laugh. So she actually graduated from the same college that I did too, right? And we were about the same age. I think she was a couple years older than me, right? And it was funny because there was this thing about being an admin, like a secretary. And so she worked for Kaiser. And so there was a thing about being an admin, like matter of fact, she even helped me get a job. That wasn't an admin job, because I had done admin work for years and I was trying to get out of it. You're trying to get out of being a secretary. You want to be a project manager. You want to be a operations manager, something. You want to, an HR something. You want to get out of being an admin. And it's like I can remember my high school teacher, the one that, my business teacher, the one that my mother went up there and talked to when she had the little crazy outfit on. She told us that she worked in an office, when she was in college. And she said, never tell the people that you can type. She said, and It was Miss Fujioka. I remember her name, Marjorie Fujioka. I remember her name. She even bought us Christmas gifts. I don't know if she did it for all the classes, but she did it for my class. I had a necklace. It was like a gold necklace with like a little diamond in it or something. You know, it wasn't real, but yeah, Marjorie Fujioka, that was her name. And I remember her, but she said, never tell the people that you can type because that's what you'll get stuck doing. You know what I mean? It's the admin job. But yeah, me and Kim, we were friends. We graduated from the same college. We met at the hair salon that I used to go to when I was fancy. And she came to my college graduation. We were friends when I got married. And then we lost touch. But we also laughed about getting out of the admin cycle. Because you want to, you don't want to, no, slight to anybody, but you don't want to do that forever. You went to college not to be an admin, you know what I mean? You want to climb the ladder, you want to do something else, but she was a good person and a good friend, and I remember her as well. But yeah, Valerie was the owner of the hair salon during the time that I was, her customer. She opened up another hair salon in kind of like the same neighborhood, and she was young, but she was, very polished, I'll say. She was very polished. And, but yeah, she died. She drowned. They went on, her and the girls took a little, girls vacation, and she died, and she had 2 small sons. One was 5. They were probably like a year apart, but they were really young. And I remember her saying, so I thought about her recently. I remember her saying, the one, I think he was the oldest, he was 5, and he had on some boots. You know how kids wear boots when it's like the summertime, they get attached to an article of clothing and they want to wear it all the time. So that's how he was with his boots. And I remember her telling me, and that's something I thought about her recently. I remember her saying to me that her son would wear these boots, and she said he told her the boots mean business. He liked wearing the boots because the boots meant business. I never forgot that. I never forgot her. I never forgot that time in my life. I mean, I lived in like the best neighborhood of the city. You know what I mean? It was a nice part of town. Went to the nice hairdresser. I was doing it. I was, what do they say, that girl. I was that girl. Had the car. I was living the life. And yeah, she died, and she was young, because I was young, and she was younger than me. So I say all that to say that, one, we never forget. We never forget the people that we care about. This is the time of Thanksgiving, and some of us have lost. Some of us, have had loss. Whether be a loved one, a spouse, a child, your parents. Both my parents are gone. My grandparents, all of them, they're all gone. My aunt that was like a mother to me, she's gone. They're gone. And this is the time when we really feel it. This is that time. And this is what makes it so hard on people. That's why I said don't give up. Don't give up, because loneliness, depression, sadness, this is the worst time of the year. When you see the commercials, when you see the decorations, when it's about family, and you may not have that. But you know what I learned about holidays? This is how I'm so okay with not celebrating them. So I say to you that there was a time when I was fancy, right? I was fancy. I bought my own diamonds. I was doing it. I was that girl. I didn't have kids. I was dating. I was that girl, right? I was going out to the club and everything. Um, but yeah, this is a hard time for a lot of people. It's a hard time for a lot of people. And oh, that's what I was gonna say. So back then, I used to celebrate the holidays. I used to cook and all that stuff. But what I learned, for all the stuff you go through, like when I went to the store yesterday to get him went to the store yesterday to get him a sweatshirt, right? Went in the line, like the discount store, not the thrift store, the discount store, and the line was wrapped around, and the people apologized. They're like, come back tomorrow. I'm like, boy, you don't know. I'm too busy to come back to the store more than once, right? And so I told you that I bought him that sweatshirt and cut it down. Child, I went to the store that night. I went to the store last night, Walmart. That's my store. I told you it's like 3 of them within a mile. I guess it's a couple miles. But I went to the other one. Child, they had some sweaters for $6. Brand new at the Walmart. $6 and something. I bought 2 of them. I bought a little jacket. I don't remember how much that cost, with the little fur on the inside. So he now officially has a wardrobe. I felt so bad when he had to use the bathroom. And he got out the car and he had on this little sweatshirt that I had finagled on him. And he wasn't even complaining. He was just trying to go to the bathroom. He wasn't even complaining. He looked like, what I say, he looked like something that had been thrown away. And I felt so bad. I'm like, ooh, I'm doing this to my baby, right? That's how I grew up. And that was a part of my thing. I was a cute little girl. If I could show you the picture when I was 5 years old, I was laid. I had on this yellow dress, and it was short. It had pants to go with it, right? And it's like yellow, and then the overlay is white lace. So I was laid. I had my 2 ponytails. My hair was long. I was, posed with my little white shoes on and my little white bobby size. I was clean, right? So I was a cute little girl, but I was poor. I was cute, but I was poor. So I didn't have the ribbons. I was cute, but I was poor. I'm telling you, that's why it's my thing about always being dressed. It doesn't mean a suit, but it means to be dressed. Comfortable. That's why my appearance matters so much to me, because I spent so much of my I can remember. Look, I'm just talking. I remember there's a picture of us is it the first grade? It's the first or second grade, and we were pom pom girls. Look, for the kickball team at school, elementary school, right? And one of the girls, I'm in communication with her online, right? There's a picture of us. I think I found the picture or something, but there's a picture of us where I have on some denim bucks. Because my mother bought me 2 pairs of shoes, and the white tennis shoes that I was wearing to be a pom-pom girl, I got them dirty because I went in the creek, and they they got wet, so they turned brown and everything else, so the shoes were ruined. So we didn't have money, so my mother said, that's it, that's too bad. So when we're lined up in our daisy like dresses, I'm the one that stands out with the wrong shoes on. In like the 2nd grade, right? Denim bucks. So I've been liking denim for a while, right? But yeah, so look, I'm just starting a bunch of stories, right? So yeah, that's why I learned when I went to the Oprah tryout thing to get my own show. I thought that you were supposed to wear a suit, but I learned later, just look nice, just be put together, just be, because you can look better than the person with the suit on because you're just well put together. It's not the suit, it's being put together, right? So I had to learn that. But yeah, so Going back to Valerie, the hairdresser. Oh, okay. Let me finish with the holidays. Okay. So I used to celebrate the holidays. I used to celebrate, the holidays. We didn't grow up with a tree, so one day was during those years I finally got me a little tree. But when I got married and when I was fleeing the area, I threw it in the trash. That was my first Christmas tree. I was old. But so I used to celebrate the holidays, right? I used to cook my turkey and all this other stuff. But what I learned after I transitioned and I kept going and kept going and kept going was that you do all of that standing in the line. You do all that standing in the line and decorating this and that, and that day comes and gone, and that's it. That's it. You can stand in line, you can cook all day and night, and the one day comes and it's gone. Like the Halloween, the day comes and goes, and that's it. So all the time and energy that you put into that stuff is just one day. So when I changed my lifestyle and just, brought it down a little bit, simplified as best I could, I just, did what I did to get through the day. It's like, okay, the day is over, going to tomorrow. Okay, so that's what I'm saying about this is Thanksgiving that's coming, but it's just one day. It's just one day. But what I keep telling you that I have a story. There's stuff that I'm going through, and I want to finish all these other stories, but since I'm right here, I'm going to stay right here. I got stuff going on with me, and what I decided to do, because I told you that the last couple of years have been really hard. So what I went out of my way to do is I made a reservation for me and my little guy for Thanksgiving. We're going to stay in a hotel or motel, or I don't know what it is. Look, they call it a studio. Look, it's in the neighborhood where the ladies work, right? It is. It's where the ladies work, but it has a little kitchen, it has a refrigerator and microwave and all this other kind of stuff. So we're going to stay there for a couple days. We're going to do an upgrade, and we're going to stay there for a couple days. And for me, I know I'm saying it's just a day, but that's something better than than my current situation. So I'm going to do that for us for Thanksgiving. So that's what will be for Thanksgiving. And I'm going to work on my hair. Look, so I need to dye my hair, so I'm gonna wait, and I'm gonna put this rag back on my head for work, and because I need to dye my hair, and I'm gonna wait to do that. But yeah, it's just the holidays. It's just one day. It's just one day. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's just one day. On the other side of that, make it the best you can. Make it the best you can. I go to work every day and I make, not a whole lot of money, but I make some money and I don't have a lot of bills. So I'm like, girl, spend some of that money, get you a place, and you guys hang out there for a couple days. So I'm going to be there. It happens that my off day is on Thanksgiving. So I'm going to be there for my days off. So we're going to be there for my days off. And you better know I'm taking all my bedding. Those towels will not be unfolded because I've done housekeeping. I've done housekeeping in hotels, in the Hyatt, in the extended stay, in the Airbnb. I've done housekeeping and I know what they clean and what they don't clean. Okay, so I'm taking my Clorox, I'm taking my own sheets, I'm taking my own towels. I'm not going to unfold anything because I have to pay $100 deposit, right? The place has like hardwood floors, kind of, you know what I mean? Like not carpet, because I can't stay in a place with carpet. So that's good. So he can just run around in there. And then he gonna sleep in his cage on the bed. I'm gonna put the cage on the bed because they talking about, they charge you like if the dog has, I chose this place too because it's in my neighborhood. It's in my neighborhood and it's pet friendly. So I don't have time to be sneaking. I don't have time to be feeling, to be feeling uncomfortable. So I had to pay money. It's like paying for a second person. So I had to pay money for that, and then I had to pay $100 for a deposit. So I talked to her. One of the main reasons why I'm staying is because I went there when I got off work this morning to look at the place. So last night I was on looking at places. There was one place that kept showing up. It kept popping up, and it was saying reserve and then pay in person, but then it was walking me through this process, and it was like they wanted my payment information. I'm like, nope, can't do that. I've never seen the place or anything, and they didn't even have a microwave. I'm like, I at least need to microwave something, right? So, and then it was kind of up a little bit, and I want to be like right at my car, because I don't trust people. I want to be right at my car. I want to park, my car in front of my place. So, but the place was pet friendly, but I'd never been there before, and it wasn't in my neighborhood. So I kept going, and this place that I found, it's in my neck of the woods, it's in my neighborhood, but it's where the ladies work. It is where the ladies work, but they pay someone to watch the parking lot. When I went there this morning, I didn't see anybody hanging out. One guy came in to, I guess, extend his stay, and it was a normal man, and yeah, it's a little bit of money, but it's okay because they were nice to me. So I'm going to stay there. Like I said, I have what's booked for a couple days. So I'm going to check in Thursday, and I'm going to check out Saturday. And then I go to work Saturday night. So we're going to get some rest and just hang out. But no, when he's out and he's running around, I'll be watching him so he doesn't touch anything. And then when it's time to go to sleep, because he sleeps in a cage, he's at work. When I'm at work, he's gonna sleep in that cage. I'm gonna put it up on the bed, and he's gonna be in the cage, and I'm gonna be in the bed. But I have all my bedding. I have sheets. I have pillows. I have blankets. I have everything. So I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna be comfortable. I got my Clorox. I'm gonna clean the bathtub and everything, and I'm gonna make this, But my point is that I wanted to be in a place that I felt good on Thanksgiving. That's what I'm doing for myself. No, I'm not sitting down with family and this and that and this and that. And I may even just have my little pre-packaged food. I may even just have that. But I'm going to feel good about Thanksgiving. So, and it's only just one day, people. So get through it. And then we're going to keep on moving. Yeah, so about his little sweaters, I was in the store last night, and I did not plan on buying. I went to see if they had some clothes in that Walmart, and the little jacket, the plaid checkered jacket that I bought, they were like out of those in the other store, because people like $10, right? And this is a place where most people have a little dog. Most people, it's a dog place. They even have dog fashion shows. But so I went to this other Walmart down the street. I wanted to get something, and I said, let me see what they have. I went over there, and they had it's called an end cap, where it's right on the end of the aisle. They have sweaters, variety of sweaters for $6 or something, probably like $6.97. Child, I bought 2 of them. I'm like, because I'm not gonna have this dog throw it away. Like, I'm just not gonna do that to him, right? So I took that thing off of him that I had sewed down. He wasn't even complaining. He was looking all sloppy. And he didn't even complain. Like I said, his initial no was there. Like, he had to eat it and stuff like that. But after that, he just had it on. The hood was too big. It was like the size of for a 2-year-old, so it was hanging loose, and I tried to tie it in the back to make it tight. It was just crazy. I was like, I'm not doing that to him. So for $6, $7, and plus another coat, because when you take something off, you got to have something else to put on him, right? So he has all his little winter wear, stuff so he can be warm and he looks put together and not all crazy with a adult clothes on a little baby dog. So he is all put together, and I spent the money, and I'm good. I'm good with that. I'm so good with that. So yeah, so that was a change on that. I'm like, Lord, let me tell these people I took this thing off of him because he was looking throw it away. I mean, like really, he looked like, for all that I'm telling you, the fur pillow and the shag carpet and to put some little raggedy clothes on him that's too big. I'm like, no, that's not what we're doing. But then when I look at him, then if he looks sad and throw it away like that, then it makes me feel sad, right? So when I put that new little sweater on him, it fit perfectly and everything. He just looks so upscale. He looked so upscale. Looked like, just really well put together. So it made me feel good. Because I tell people what the worse you feel, the more you put into yourself. When you feel bad, see, I'm a little congested, so yeah, I'll tell you about that. But the worse you feel, that's what I'm saying when I had said before, clean yourself up, get yourself together, do your hair, take a shower, whatever you do, put yourself together because it helps you to feel better. It helps you to feel better, And so right now, because I've been so stressed with running back and forth with the storage and everything, and excuse me, since I changed my hair, I'm not wearing the rag on my head anymore because I sit under a fan at work because this is just my thing to keep the air clear. Now that's why I'm congested and not having a lot of sleep and stuff. So my hair looks a little crazy, and I don't believe in that. I will cover my hair up, but I'm not going to have it looking crazy because I need to dye my hair. So I'm going to go ahead and put this rag on my head for the next couple days. And then on Thanksgiving, I'll have time to do my hair. And I like doing my hair because it's self-care. I like doing it. So, dye my hair and then, do all this stuff. And then when I come back to work, I'll be looking all good and fresh. But yeah, my hair is looking raggedy. To me, it's looking raggedy. I know how to keep it neat. It's up in the top knot. I know how to keep it neat, but it's not, when you say when your roots are showing, and it's just time for me to dye my hair, but I don't really have time right now. So that's what I wanted to say. Hang in there for Thanksgiving. My mother's gone, my father's gone, my aunt is gone. I'm by myself. It's just me and the little dog. And last year it was really hard on me. I didn't have a lot of money. I had a whole situation going. Shoot, I didn't even have gas for my car. I was stuck. You know what I'm saying? And I worked at the Honey Baked Ham, and the lady, I laughed. I talked to my godmother. I said, I did a great job. Like you wouldn't have known I was, struggling the way I was, but I did a great job. I was just so uplifting to everybody that was around me, And the manager, she said, "Oh, take some meat, right?" Child, she tried to offer me some ham. I told my godmother, I said, "She's trying to kill me." I said, "She's trying to kill me. Give me some ham." I like my grandmother used to say, "Boy, that still have my head swimming." So I got some sliced turkey. I got some turkey, and that helped me to have, somewhat of a Thanksgiving. But yeah, last Thanksgiving was bad for me. I felt, for all the years that I've been alone, let me be clear. For all the years that I've been alone, I was married for like 6 months, right? And my brothers are older than me, so they've been gone. They were out of the house. It was just me and my mother. And she was sick. She had seizures, and she would fall down, and she wouldn't take her medicine, and just all kind of stuff, right? So it was me and my mother. I was responsible for my mother. And then when when I left, or she left before I was ready, but she lived, her and my grandmother, they lived like a couple. They lived in two different apartment, well, like a few different, like apartment, no, a couple apartment buildings. Like they would live like a couple doors down, so they stayed together, not stayed together, but they were close by each other. But why am I telling you this? But yeah, so that's another part of how I can be so independent, is because when I was younger, I took care of my mother. My mother was sick a lot. Because I was the only girl, I would feed my mother sometimes. And when I was 8 years old, I watched my mother have a seizure, right? And if you've ever seen that, what do they call a grand mal seizure? Not little, no, I watched my mother have seizures, and there was nothing that I could do. 5 years old, feeding my mother. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I can be by myself and unattached and cool with not having kids. That's how I can be good with that, because for the first part of my life, I was responsible and I didn't have the life of a kid. So the second half of my life, I'm the one that didn't get married. I'm the one that didn't have kids. I'm the one that has gone from job to job to job without commitment, because I've been able to do that. But again, growing up with so much responsibility, and having the freedom that I have, I've kind of gone, maybe real far to the extreme with it. But I'm doing the best I can. That's what I'm saying. I'm so proud of myself for having a full-time job. I got him on I think the 9th, and I started my job on the 29th, and I've been there ever since. I've missed 3 days. 2, I almost died, because I caught a cold, and then a couple of weeks ago, because I was just stressed out. I was stressed out because I didn't want to work with this guy. But, tried to get a transfer, thought about doing something different, but this is for me to do. It's for me to do. They really, I've met a couple guys that I like. So right now, the guy that I was working with every day, well, at least the 4 days, he's gone. Look, they fired him, right? But I know that there are people, my boss, I know he's looking out for me. I know he is. I know that they could have fired me, and they haven't, and I'm still there with a job. So I needed help right now, and people have shown up. And I've, what do they say? I have renewed strength. I know it's where I'm supposed to be. Everybody brings something. I have a job where I don't look fancy. I don't even look feminine, but I'm a girl. I wear my little perfume, and now they can see my hair. I got my little hair going on. I got my little jewelry and stuff like that. And so now I have the good smelling wipes. And now I put the plug-in in the office. This guy last night was talking about, for some reason, it smelled like cookies in here the whole shift. Now, I'm not going to say anything about him, but he equated it to cookies. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, so I'm bringing who I am. I'm bringing who I am. When I wasn't there a day or so, you could tell the place just fell apart. It was all dirty, and everything was, so they know I do good work, and my presence is recognized. It's like we had a problem with the computers, and because I really try to keep it low, I'm not trying to say, hey, look at me. I fixed it. And the guy that initially trained me, he helped me to fix it. But instead of calling my supervisor and saying I fixed it, because prior to me getting there, she knew there was a problem, for my shift. She knew it was a problem, and I said, I'm not reaching out to her to tell her anything. I'm just going, going about my business, fixing and going about my business. And so later on in the morning when she woke up, she said, what's going on with this? And I said, I fixed it. She said, when? I said, at the beginning of my shift. When I got here, I fixed it. left it at that. She said, she did like a like or something like that, and I left it at that because it's like I'm not in anybody's face. I'm trying to do my work and go home. That's it. I don't, you don't. That's not what I'm doing. So that's how I show up. I show up as another anchor to the job site. Another anchor. Someone that is going to be there. Someone that is going to do their job. They don't get calls about me doing stuff. I show up for work. I'm on time. And I help to hold it together. So, but like I said, if they didn't want me there, I wouldn't be there. I would not be there. So I'm grateful. And I've had, different people come and support me and make me laugh. And when I'm really tired, help to keep me up at night. So I'm grateful. It's where I'm supposed to be right now. We are 30 something days before the new year. 30 something days. Okay. So I'm still calling it personal challenge, but it is a personal challenge to do what you can for yourself to make your situation better before the end of this year. Before this year is out, I'm gonna lose some of this weight. Before this year is out, I've stopped eating the sweets. I haven't had any meat in a few days, and it's just time. It's just time. I gave away all those clothes, all those pants, all those nice jeans and stuff. I couldn't fit anything, and that's just like ridiculous. All the clothes that I moved, most of them are jackets, leather coats. I have one suede from St. Louis. I call it my Joyce Meyer jacket that I bought when I was out there. And I need to fit my clothes. So you can't just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and buying bigger clothes. So it's just crazy. So yeah, this is my personal challenge to stay on my job. The guy that when we worked together, we like really sat up and laughing and stuff all night. I don't know if I'm gonna see him again, but it's so funny for him to know, because I told him I'm so proud of myself for having a job. Those people at the storage room did something to me, and I left. It's like, dang, she is tough, Yeah, I'm that girl, Don't mess with me, right? Do not mess with me. But so for me to stay is a challenge. So this is my personal challenge to stay put. But like I said, I'm not going back to the porta potties this year. I'm not out there cleaning up at that festival. Okay, this year I'm inside, warm, in an office building with bathrooms on every floor, free coffee, free beverages in the can, not a soda dispenser, so I don't do much of anything. So that's my message. Hang in there. We're almost through the end of the year. Do the best you can, whatever you can, to make that one day good for you. That will just whatever you can do, whether it be spending that day to, I don't know, but that's what I'm doing. I changed my environment. For that one day, I'm going to have a better environment. I'm going to have a different environment for me and my little guy. That's what's going to make me feel good about Thanksgiving this year. Okay? So, yeah. That's my message. It's only one day. Do the best you can. And I told you about the people that I've met along the way. They really meant something to me, and they're gone. So that's what I'm saying. I've had a lot of loss. And, none of it was, like crazy stuff. It's just, she was young. She was younger than me, and she died. So when I tell people I've had a lot of loss, I've had a lot of loss. No violence, no, crazy stuff, just people having heart attacks and all kind of stuff on the job, and that was my hairdresser, and I was young. So that's when I say how I've learned to live a certain way, to be intentional about the stuff that I do because I've had so much loss. I know that people may not be here. I know that life is uncertain. People say that life is short. I don't say it's short. I say it's uncertain. So I try to, the people that are in my life, I always tell them that I love them before I get off the phone. And if I have to put some distance between me and you, it's probably because you hurt me really, 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 really bad. Really bad. And it's what's best for me. So that's what I'm saying. It's just one day. Make it on through. Do what you can. And me and my little, what is it? The storage room tales. It's not just about the storage room. It's about all of it. A part of that was trusting yourself. When you think something is wrong, it probably is. There was something wrong over there. And when I was there tonight, and I looked, that guy was in there, and there, all that paint and whatever that stuff. I was like, nah, I don't know. But you always want to go to a place and do business with people that show you favor. The job that I'm on, I could have been fired, and I'm still there. I know I could have been fired, and I'm still there. They've had a whole bunch of people that they let go of. I could have been one of them, but I'm still there because they want me to be. They're showing me favor, so I'm still there. Instead of running off to something else, trying to get, I don't even wear like the proper work clothes. I wear like some little comfy. I wear Crocs at work. I ain't supposed to be wearing no Crocs. I wear Crocs to work. I am not supposed to be wearing no Crocs. And I put my little, what I call it, a crown. I put that on instead of like the assigned hat from the company. You know what I mean? Child. Yeah, they show me favor. So, yeah. Do business with people. Have people in your life that show you favor. If they're not showing you favor, if they related to you, just push them to the side and love them from a distance. But you can't have people just mistreating you and they sitting right there in your face all the time, making you feel bad about yourself. That's not what we're doing. And that's what I did. They disrespected me. They disrespected me over $20. I said, I'm leaving. And me in my car and my little dog and my graveyard working shift and being tired and everything, I wouldn't found something else. I found somebody that would treat me the way I deserve to be treated. The people gave me $100 and something discount, locked in price. Okay? The place is so clean that the doors of the storage unit are clean. The outside roll-up door, the outside of the door is clean. There's no crud, no dust, no dirt. When you lift it up in the crevices of the cement from where the outside, it's not even no dirt. None. So yeah. Someone disrespected me, so I left. When I was in the hospital. I was on my deathbed, and this lady, the place I was renting from this lady, she was trying to jive me out of $35. I laid in the bed for 5 days and got my strength up and left. No. Nope. You have to know what your no is. You have to know what your no is. And that is not for me to do. I can do something that I don't want to do, like a job or something like that. But just flat out, nah, disrespect, nah, I'm too old for that. So that's it. The one thing I have been trying to figure out is how I'm going to do my, because I told you I'd be here with you for the holiday, how I'm going to do my program for the holiday. There's Wi-Fi where I'm staying at. I'm thinking about getting some kind of security thing for my laptop so I can go ahead and do my programs for the holiday, because I told you I'd be here. Because once I'm in that room, I'm not leaving. I'm not trusting nobody to go in there and do nothing. When I'm in there for that couple days, I'm going to be in there. I'm not leaving out. I'm not moving my car because I'm going to have a parking space that I like. I'm not leaving out. That's going to be the holiday. So I might just have to do it from the room, and go ahead and get me a security thing for my laptop so I feel more comfortable doing that. So yep, I told you I'd be here, and I am. I hope you enjoy it. I hope this is helpful to you. Look, we're in the same boat. We're in the same boat, and I'm just moving forward. And no matter how difficult it is or how inconvenient it is, just flat out disrespect, and knowing, just trust in my gut. When God tells you to move. So I got one more thing to get out of the unit, which is my bed tomorrow, and then I will be done with those people. And there's nothing like closing the door. It's a great feeling. It's like one thing you don't really hear people say is they regret leaving. You know, usually when you leave something, that's what you're supposed to do. You know, so that's it for me. Thank you for checking in with me. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Do your preparation for Thanksgiving. Don't let the day just hit you and you sit there and go, Do whatever you can. Like I said, I might have my little instant prepackaged meals. That's why I at least want a microwave so I can heat those up, because they're turkey and dressing and gravy. And they have I have my like electric stuff or whatever. I might get me some vegetables, whatever. I don't know. But I'm going to be in my little room, me and my little guy, and we're going to make it good. We're going to make it good. So thank you for being with me. I hope this helps. I do. I love you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.